Mark Meldrum, Meldrum's Monster Garage. Here we are, Friday morning, March 1st. Happy March 1st, rabbit. We always say that for good luck on the first day of the month. But anyway, working on the 59 Impala, front bumper, back bumper, baby, bumpy, bumper, baby. I can't say it anyway. I tell you, the bumpers on this car, oh my God, they go on forever and ever and ever. I was just counting on the 70 Chevelle, which is right up there on the lift. The front bumper has a total of 12 bolts to hold it in place. The license plate bracket is basically part of the bumper. So there's okay, 12, 13, 14 for an extra license plate bumper. So 14 total. I was going through the bolts on this. I got up to 48 and I quit. I mean, it's unreal how many bumpers. So you've got your standard bumper bolts, but then the bumper is split in the middle. So there's a couple bolts to hold it together. The license plate is this heavy duty integral part to the bumper. So that's in there. And I gotta tell you, it got a little frustrating towards the end of the day. Early in the week, I had put the bumper together and had it sitting there waiting to go on. And I knew I'd need help with that. Frankie was over here and helped me test fit the bumper, but I didn't have all the pieces together. So we knew it fit on there, easy peasy. So then I put all the other parts on, and there's red pieces underneath the bumper and on top of the bumper. It's a whole ordeal. So then I went, so I got that ready to go, and I knew I'd need help with that. And then I started working on the back bumper. It's a 3-piece bumper. I'll show you in a bit. And that I could basically handle for the most part on my own. And we had planned on Uncle Larry coming over and helping me, get these bumpers on the rest of the way yesterday afternoon. So Uncle Larry came over and he had one bracket that I had in the wrong position, and I was having a hard time lining things up. And I kept telling Larry, wait, let me think. And finally, after comparing things and looking at things, I had the bracket. It should have gone bracket, bumper, and I had bumper, bracket, if that makes sense. Because that's a 3-piece bumper back there. 2-piece in the front, 3-piece in the back. So, boy, these 59s. And luckily, Mike had bought a really good bolt kit. It definitely had every bolt we needed for this thing. So, I kind of paused on the back bumper project till I figured that out. And we came around to the front, and it took myself and Larry and Mike, all the three of us, to get this on there and not scratch any paint. And we did a pretty darn good job. It was, I'll call it the dream team working on the bumper yesterday, because let me tell you, we had Mike working the jack and finding us tools. I had Larry over on one side, myself on the other side, and we got it pushed on there, and it wasn't quite right. And here out on the very corners, there's a red excussion piece on the bottom, and I had the bolts in the wrong position or the wrong order. And once I got that bolt out, everything kind of snapped, and everything went into place. So it was a little tough going. I was getting at my wit's end, yelling and screaming at the guys, and I'm glad they put up with me. That's all I can say. They could have easily punched me in the face and sent me packing, but they didn't. They're good to work with. They got patience, and I was biting my tongue too. So anyway, we got her on there, and today I'm gonna take you through the bumpers and show you all the parts, because I could not find a video on how to do bumpers on this thing. They have the Continental kit on the back with the big tire, and there's plenty of videos on how to do the Continental kit, but nothing on how to do stock bumpers on these 59 Impalas. So, you know, 65 years old, not many people are working on these cars anymore. They're pretty rare. And there's probably a lot of old timers that know how to put these together, but they don't make YouTube videos. So we'll do my best to show you how we got the bumpers on. I did get most of the wiring harness for the front hooked up. You can see I've got lights up front here, waiting for the chrome piece to go over that. And I'm gonna finish up the bumpers. I see I got one little brake leak left over. I gotta tighten up a brake line. And yeah, this thing's coming along really nice. All right, we're winding up this rear bumper. And just to let you know, there's 3 pieces here. See if I can back up a little bit. There we go. 1, center piece, 2, and then the last piece, 3. And then there's these little escutcheon bumpers down here. Now, I think, maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But the reason they did this 3-piece bumper back here is so people could put a Continental kit back here. And a Continental kit was where you put the spare tire slash rear bumper, so it would go in, come out, go across, come back in, and then plop the spare tire in there. So that's why I think they did that. So basically what you got going on here is these are the 2 bumper brackets that I did not have when we started the restoration, and luckily they went back to the previous owner and he had a spare bumper that had a couple bumper brackets there. So you've got 1 bolt that ties them both in here, and then you got the bumper bolts here. And then as far as this goes, you basically, there's a bracket here for the centerpiece, and then there's a couple bolts that tie this seam together. So you got a bracket that's bolted in back here, okay, and then 2 bolts up here to tie all this together. And then this the same bracket is where you put 2 bolts behind, and they're kind of going in at an angle there. So yeah, the next thing we got going on are these escutcheons, these red escutcheons, and they go into, they're just sheet metal screws that go into these tabs here. So let me get that done, and then I'll show you what the finished product looks like. So stick with me here. This is where your love-hate relationship with your body man comes into play. Because, hey, they're doing this body work, they're putting this beautiful paint down, but they don't necessarily know where all the screws go. And when they're putting their body filler in and things like that. So, you know, you got a screw here on the corner. You got a screw underneath here, okay? And then you got 1, 2, 3 screws across there. So that's all fine and dandy. This is the beautiful part of the car, the passenger side of the car. And the center part, you've got several screws here. You've got 1 here with a little bracket that comes out, okay? Same thing over there. And then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 screws there. Everything lines up perfect. A-okay, right? Well, you get to the last one on the driver's side, and you know, this car is what, 65 years old, and when he was doing the body work in here, he covered up the hole with the body work. And so I'm having a hard time. I had to chip away the body work there, and under here he didn't leave me anything to screw to, so I'll have to drill a hole in there. But these other ones line up a-okay. And I know it's hard to see all this stuff, but hey, this is the trials and tribulations of putting a car together that's been apart for probably 15, 20 years. And now you got to figure it out from where somebody else started. So it is what it is. So this one, I should be able to pull that up quite a bit and get the hole to line up. And then we'll have this together. So hang with me. There you go. Sometimes you got to get brutal and use one of these screw machines. And that's just what we did to get this basically to fit in place. So is it perfect? No, but it looks pretty darn good. I'll shine everything up and give you a far away view. All right, we had a good week working on the Impala. So it's looking really nice. Got the bumpers on, and of course all the pieces that go under there, the red escutcheons that go under there. Boy, there's a lot to the bumper here. Here's a picture of my brother. Got that out. There's my brother Chicky in 1959. I got a kick. I was going through some text with those guys early this morning. So I got a picture of him out. He's about 11, 12 years old there, 59, 60. And I was asking him if Dad ever had a 59 Impala in the garage. And, of course, their answer was yes. Dad had all the cars. And they said it was a blue metallic 59 Impala that they had. There's the back end of the car. All right. All the pieces underneath there. And the other thing they mentioned in the video was at one time they had a 58 and 59 Cadillac in the garage. I hope I got that right. I have to go back and look at my text. But there's the Impala. It's coming along. As Uncle Larry says, that adds. Boy, that adds. And I couldn't have done it. I couldn't have got all the detail work done without Larry and Mike this week because bumpers are heavy. Whew!